Well, happy Monday, everybody. Well, today I've got a little tour for you, but mostly today, and Lord help me from not crying the whole time, but mostly today I'm gonna spend a little bit of time thanking all of you for being such loyal supporters and for bringing my channel to where it's at. You know, back in 2017, we set upon to start trying to grow our own food. And I read a book and we built some beds. And then from there, we had some groups on Facebook and we had YouTube. And that was what we had to teach us how to grow food in Arizona. And I was from Arkansas and I knew a little bit, but we needed some help. And so one of the challenges that we found is that there really weren't that many channels that actually dealt with how to grow in Arizona. So a lot of the things that we came up against, challenges or questions that we had, it just didn't really seem like there were answers for that out there. And so all throughout 2018, I kind of talked about starting a channel, not because I thought that all of a sudden I was an expert at growing food or gardening in Arizona, but because I knew that there had to be other people like us out there that were just everyday people that own a house, rent a house, but have the desire to grow some food. And so last year, in August of 2018, I had a disagreement with my job, and I just decided that after 4 years, that stress wasn't worth it to me. And so we still toyed around with the idea of starting a channel, and you know, then we did it. I bought a inexpensive camera because I wasn't sure how deep into this I was gonna get. But thanks to all of you, 1 year later, I have 10,000 subscribers. And my goal was to maybe have 1,000 within a year, you know, just 1,000 people that had a little bit of interest in what we were talking about and maybe some of the things that we could share. And so, you know, when I first started out my channel, I had a full calendar. Like every day I filmed something different, and Mondays was always gardening, and throughout the week I shared maybe something about our family. I had some hacks that I shared, and a little bit of stuff that I talked about weight loss, and actually you can see we're off track with that right now. But one of the hack videos that I had, and I don't know if you've checked it out, was a shower video about how to get soap scum off your shower. And something about that video just kind of went crazy. And even though I started this channel to help gardeners, I'm really grateful that a hack that I came up with was able to give me a real presence here so that I can continue to help people that want to grow food and also have some tips about some other things out there. And so, you know, out of 10,000 people that I never ask people to subscribe to my channel, so that makes it even more endearing to me. But every week, at least 200 more of you show up to watch my gardening channel, and I'm humbled by that. I'm very humbled, and I'm very, very grateful to be able to have a place here and to have a community with all of you where we can share our ideas and we can exchange our beliefs and our ideas about gardening, because I truly believe that growing food is the thing that crosses all boundaries. It doesn't matter where you're from, what color you are, what you're into, what you think. We all need food, and being able to grow our own food is going to be what sustains us on into the future. So I tell people all the time that in a time when we can't agree about much of anything in this world, one place I found a lot of agreements on is the desire to grow good whole food to feed our families. And so that's why we do this, and that's why we'll continue to talk about growing food, you know. So of course I'm going to show you a little tour here in a minute. I'm not just going to sit here and cry the whole time. But this morning I was reflecting on where we're at and where we're going, and it occurred to me that we've really got essentially 18 more months here in this house. We actually rent this property, so we've had to work around that. You know, we can't make any permanent changes, so that's why we've done a lot of container growing. That's why we built our beds the way that we did. I mentioned in another video that our beds are starting to kind of break down now as we go into, you know, what'll be our third or fourth year of these beds, 17, 18, 19, yeah. It'll be our fourth year, and this bed right here has got some ugly fungus growing on the back of it, but it's smart for us to start thinking about that transition, because in 18 months we don't want to be figuring out what we're doing with these beds. So over the next 18 months, and it'll fly by because 12 months went by like that, you're gonna get to see us go through making the transition to some beds, because in 18 months our goal is to be on a little piece of land somewhere here in Arizona, on kind of the outskirts of the valley, continuing to do what we've done in our backyard. And so this has all been kind of like a practice run, to kind of get our feet wet and, you know, get us ready so that when we get out there that it's not just, you know, a pipe dream that we've got all this land that's just dust, and us there in the middle of it. So that's where we're going. You know, we've got our youngest son is just got about 1.5 years left before he finishes school, and then we'll be transitioning the girls to our property, and then we'll be growing on a big time scale. We'll definitely be incorporating a lot of permacultural concepts, and we'll still be doing this. We'll take you along on the journey, and you'll get to see everywhere we're going. But I just thought that since you've been here all along, I might kind of tell you where we're going and why you'll see us start to change out beds and the things that we're gonna do to make preparations for that time to come there. And so I hope you enjoy our little tour today. I've got a lot of things that I left on the vine so that you can see all the bounty that we've got in the yard right now. And more than anything, I just want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being here, because between you and the support of my family, it's been all worth it. So thank you so much, and hope you enjoy the tour. Here we are. This is our wee okra now. I took and trimmed off everything that didn't have you know, a little bit left. So I'm just gonna let these last couple little okras come in, and then I'll go ahead and take the rest of this plant out. This bed, it's just in a funny place. It doesn't get a ton of light, so I'm probably just gonna focus on putting some lettuces over here. Got another loofah coming in here. I don't know if it got fertilized, and I don't quite know if these tomatoes are gonna get red before it cools off, because here in another week or so everything is just going to drop down into the 70s as we get into November, and that will be that. So there's bed one. It needs some action. Besides, the beans are doing well, and that's broccoli coming in there. But now I don't think anything's going to come out of that squash either, so I've got to get some new stuff going in here. Happy Mitt, crazy happy oregano that's going to the flower, and there's an Armenian back there. I left a lot of stuff out here for you to see. I guess this one kind of dropped down lower. I don't know what the deal is with that. And look at all those bees down there. The pumpkin has made it all the way up here to almost the very top rung of the ladder, so that's fun to see. And it's covered in flowers. I really need to get some flowers and make some stuffed squash flowers. So I'm still not getting anything off this, so I don't know if it's gonna end up producing for me, because I don't see really any more flowers on it. All of the brassicas are super happy. I mean, look at this one.
These are really blowing up from where they were at when I got them. I didn't fertilize yet this week, but I'm going to. So this is looking to be some of my best broccoli and cauliflower I've had yet. So that's exciting. And I left a lot of stuff over here that I showed you from last week to be harvested. So see, there's a Armenian in there, and there's one down there. There's, oh wow, there's two in there. At least there's one right there. We picked a watermelon, and there's another watermelon right there. And there's another Armenian down there, and you'll see over here, this is the Armenian that was just popping out last week. And now we're above the fence right there. And here's our little bed. There's another Armenian poking out down there, so, oh goodness, and there's another one. See it? Jeez. But yeah, I wanted to leave some out to show you. Now, this is gonna be my herb bed, because see, you can see right there where the light's hitting it. It's just about 7 right now. So in a minute, that will all be lit up by the sun, and this should make us a good little herb bed. So I got to get that planted out for us. But that's kind of how it will look once it's all there. And then the sweet potato bed is just a jungle, and we're just letting it. And finally, here is our temporary beans, and they're just steadily on the move, but still don't really see any major beans coming out.
Well, all right, so I hope you enjoyed that tour, and as a bonus for my 10,000 subscribers and this year of having a YouTube channel to share with you, I'd like to do a little giveaway, and I kept trying to think of one all day long, but here's what we'll do. If you can guess, next month is my birthday, in the month of November, so if you can guess what day my birthday is on in November and put it down below, everybody who gets it right, I'll reach out to you. You can get my email address, so you can send me a message, and we'll figure out some seeds that I'll send out to you. And so that'll be my little giveaway, is from now until the day of my birthday, I will honor anyone who can guess what day my birthday's on with some fun seeds for you to try out, and I'll send those out to you. So I want to thank you so much again for not just being here today, but being here whenever you get a chance. And thank you so much for your support. And I just hope you have the best day ever, and keep coming back whenever you get a chance.